Jenna, if my daughter is in my room so that we can have quiet while we film and she's beating on the door. Jenna, I told you. I told you that if you come out, you can't have a lollipop. Assalamu alaikum, peace be upon you, and this is the best friend tag for raising little Muslims. I got a suggestion from one of the viewers that I should do a BFF tag just to kind of get to know me better and to see who I spend my time with. So I asked my best friend of how many years?
A long time, let's see. Why did we?
Okay, so I was 21 and she was 19, and now I'm 35. Oh, I shouldn't have told you that. I'm 35.
I'm 33.
So
we're old.
Do the math. 21 minus 35. That's how long. So that's more than 10 years.
Yeah. Well, duh, that's more than 10 years.
That's more than 10 years that we.
It's more like
have been
13
best
or
friends.
14 years.
So yes, we will probably grow old together. I'm sure we will. We will grow old together, and we can laugh at who gets more wrinkles than the other one, and you know, who has like hair growing out of weird areas.
That's a question though, seriously. Do we get Botox later or do we not?
I think we don't talk about it. And
my mom's like, so my mom gets Botox and she's like, Ashley, if people get Botox, they need to tell people. Like, they don't need to hide it. Is that because?
I don't think she can hide it. I think on your mom, it's a little. She's like really surprised all the time.
If someone looks young, my mom's like, you know they had Botox. I'm like, Mom, they can have good
That's
skin.
not nice. I can't afford Botox. I could do like a crowdfunding one day if it's necessary.
Like, go find my Botox.
Right? Or I'll just like leave some raw chicken on the counter and inject it into my face.
No, we're good. We're just gonna age nicely, that's all.
All right. We don't get off the topic at all. We're very focused people. So, best friend tag, BFF tag, whatever you want to call it, we're gonna go through some questions, and I don't look really bulky in this sweater at all. It's such a flattering sweater. I'm never gonna wear it again. So we're gonna go through some questions that our viewers sent us because we have so many people sending questions. I'm just kidding, I got these off the internet. So the first question, how and when did you meet? Are we supposed to say the name? We were working for a photography franchise, because I don't know if we're getting in trouble for saying their name or not. I don't know. Jenna, if my daughter is in my room so that we can have quiet while we film and she's beating on the door. Jenna, I told you. I told you that if you come out, you can't have a lollipop. So we met working for a photography franchise at the mall. Ashley, I was already working there while I was going to school, and Ashley came up and she was like 6 feet tall and all bubbly and stuff. Like, you can't tell how tall she is, but she's huge. So she came bouncing in the door and she was like, I want to get a job here, and she applied. And so is that how it went?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
It was funny though because she was really trying to get me this job when she didn't know me, just because she thought I was cute. And she thought that would be good for business. That was where her mind was with it.
Yeah.
I have to tell the story. Okay.
Oh,
you'll remember this. Okay, so Nicole wanted to take pictures of me in the studio. She's like, let's do a photo shoot.
Not inappropriate photos either.
Let's do a photo shoot. So I'm like, okay, sure, yeah. Well, any picture I'd ever taken up until that point was me smiling, like a smiley picture. So she's like, let's do like a serious picture. And I'm like, I don't know how to do like a serious picture. Then she's like, come on, like let's do like a little sexier picture. Keeps telling me, okay, like separate your lips, you know, stick out your chest. And like, also, and after the picture was done, I was like, oh my gosh, I look sexy. Like, somehow she got me to look sexy. That was my first picture ever, like, attempting to look sexy.
Ashley's mom, if you're watching, I did not make your daughter turn into a little vixen or anything like that. I think that's great. I think every girl should have a sexy picture that you only show your husband.
Yeah, I didn't like post it anywhere.
So let's go to the next question. So that's how we met. We were really young when we first met, and we're still friends now. So yes, if anybody out there is thinking of converting to Islam, if you have real friends, they will still be your friend even after you change everything about yourself. What's your favorite memory together?
We have a lot of memories together. Okay.
You've had plenty of time to think of your favorite memory. What is it?
I don't know. Jeez, that's hard to tell. Okay, I have a funny memory. Okay, so I have a son, he's 9 now, but when he was born, Nicole came to visit him. And I don't know if you remember this or not, but
I don't. Actually, I'm telling you right now, I don't.
And he was not the cutest baby.
Now I probably said something about how you're.
And Nicole's very
we're gonna show you a picture of her son as a baby, and then you're all gonna think I'm the worst person in the world because he is like adorable and he was chubby and curly haired and everything. But
she doesn't remember. She came over, she brought a gift, and she was doing the normal friend thing that you normally do. But as Nicole does, she's very blunt sometimes. And I told her, I was like, you know, he's not the cutest baby. He's just not. And she's like, yeah, maybe he'll get cuter when he gets older. So, yeah.
That's what I said. But you know what? That's true. And I have said that.
I think it's fine.
I have said that about my own children. Describe me in one word, and I'm gonna describe you in one word.
One word.
Okay? Describe Ashley in one word.
We should have practiced.
We should have practiced. I would say, okay, describe Ashley in one word. I would say resilient. Like, no matter what do you know what resilient means?
Yes. Golly. What I'm talking about right now. Geez.
Okay. No matter what she's been through, and she's been through a lot, we won't go into details. No matter what she's been through, she has remained that bubbly girl that bounced into the photography studio looking for a job. You know, she has remained positive and upbeat and happy no matter what, and she hasn't changed. You know, like, she didn't become hard because, you know, life got hard, and she didn't change who she was. Even the bad stuff, like, she's still kind of, you know, weird and crazy, but, you know, I think you have to take the good with the bad. So she didn't change even though her life beat her up for a while, and she stayed happy and positive. And that's one of the best things about Ashley, is that she's always a good time.
Aw, thanks. Thanks, best friend.
That is just so uncomfortable for me. It's hard to describe me in one word.
Isn't that the truth? So I'm gonna do 2 words. I'm gonna cheat, okay? Because
I didn't even get that option.
I'm doing 2. I'm changing it up. That's what I do. So I'd say my first word is driven. When I was younger, you know, I always saw that anything that she wanted to do, she just went full force, and she didn't really ask anybody if it was okay. And
is this okay with you?
No, seriously, this has helped me in my life. Like, you've made an impact in my life in that kind of way. But she really didn't ever ask questions. She didn't ask for permission and a lot of things. She just said, this is what I'm gonna do, and this is how I'm gonna go do it. And then she just did it. And if people thought she was crazy, she didn't care. She just did it.
You guys didn't think I was crazy, did you?
Yeah, sometimes I questioned her, but I found myself doing the same exact thing that I kind of saw her do. And now to this day, people question why I make some of the decisions I make, because they're kind of bold. But I think I learned that from her. So I think that's
So any bad decisions Ashley made?
No.
Here you go.
That's absolutely not true. Back to the point
I'm
of the question
uncomfortable.
was that she's very driven, and then also that she's very witty. So I love the fact that Nicole can always be like sarcastic, but then still be funny at the same time. I've tried doing that, but I'm not as good as she is with it. But it's hilarious.
Just
though.
smile and people won't care what you say. I think there's like a condition for that.
Okay, that, and then also I want to go back to my favorite memory. One of my favorite memories was, remember when we had packed all of our stuff up and we drove to New York with all of our
We
stuff?
drove.
We had a little
in
road
our
trip. It's like
cars
24
to New
hours
York.
from Dallas, Texas to New York City.
I remember when we went over the Jersey Bridge, and I had never been to New York before, and I drove there. The
Yes.
magnitude of Manhattan,
It was like reality check.
and I was like, I want to turn around. I don't want to go here.
I wasn't scared. I was like, yes!
I was scared because
This is what I'm
I'm
talking
a
about.
reality person, and I was like, this looks like a lot of life hitting me all at the same time.
I would have thought that would have been an opposite reaction.
I
I was
know.
like, yes. When I was more like the...
Because that's you. You're like bubbly and happy. No
And
matter
Nicole was like, I just...
someone's holding a gun to you, and you'll be like, you know what, you are really good at that. I bet you've been doing that for a while. And
where we were getting bored, and so there was like these cones. There was like these cones, and so I'm like driving
there was
in and
a
out
traffic.
of these cones.
There was like an accident, and there were these cones in the middle of the road, like separating
I don't know if
it.
it was an
And it was
accident.
like
It might
single
have been road work or
road
something.
work or something, but it was like single lane traffic. We were moving about 15 miles an hour for over an hour.
It was boring.
It was really boring.
I don't do well with that.
And Ashley was in this, she had a little 2-seater car.
Honda del Sol, white.
If you, with the top
With
down
the little-
and her big 6-foot butts. So she's like, beep, 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 going in and out of the cones, in and out. And so of course, because I'm stupid, I joined her. And so we're both started to do this. And this truck driver, if you're out there, we know it was you. He radioed the cops and told them, and Ashley starts leaning out with her big old arm, knocking down the cones. She was knocking them down.
Isn't that awful?
She's like, ha ha ha.
I was young.
She's knocking them down. So this truck driver's like, look at these crazy
Gross.
people. And he probably was worried he was gonna run over the cones.
I wonder if he thought we were drunk
He
or
radioed
something.
the cops, and they pulled us over, and they were like, what are you doing?
We got
That
in
was
trouble.
scary. Like, I thought, this is it. We're gonna go to jail because of this. Like,
It was my idea.
okay, so if you could go anywhere in the world together, where would you go and why?
Can we just go to the beach?
You wanna go to the beach? Do I look like
No.
a person that wants to go to the beach?
Let's go to Paris.
Let's go to Paris and go to the beach with my hijab on. See, this is why I love her, because she's just, everything is sunshine and roses.
Well, where do you want to go?
Not Paris for obvious reasons.
Where do you want to go?
I would want to go somewhere where we could kind of go back to our past and be our old selves again. Like not in a bad way.
Oh.
Not the old Nicole who
No.
wanted to buy alcohol for minors. I mean, like, I would like to go maybe to Spain and Morocco and, you know, like backpacking kind of adventure with you without our kids or anyone else.
No kids.
And just see things that we've never seen before. And we used to get into so many crazy shenanigans together, like even just going to the grocery store. Actually, we never went to the grocery store, I'm sorry.
Aslan.
We never had money.
We were. Oh my god.
No, we're not gonna, nope. Okay. What's something weird that you eat?
I like.
Ashley, when I first met her, lived off of chicken nuggets, corn dogs, pizza.
I did not eat corn dogs.
Oh, that's
She
my
always-
kid.
She
I'm
always
sorry.
exaggerates it. Nicole would tell people like Ashley is like basically from the country. She wears overalls. She's like
She wanted
she's-
to eat
she's
like
so
chicken fried
simple-minded.
steak all the time.
I
like,
love chicken fried steak.
But
I don't eat
learned,
anymore.
you did get introduced to a lot of new foods after you met me. Okay?
Yes,
I have always been
that's
a
true.
worldly person, so it wasn't a big shock that I decided to change like my whole culture. But what's something weird that Ashley loved to eat? It's funny that she really liked to eat like kids food, like chicken fingers and french fries, and a lot of people do. So a lot of you are watching and they're like, I like to eat chicken fingers, what's wrong with that? But I just thought it was weird because I was so worried about trying to experience new things in my life and international foods, and you know, I wanted to be a different person, I guess, all the time. And Ashley was always herself, and she's like, I like to eat chicken fingers. I don't mind rolling up to Grandy's and getting myself
Oh my
some
gosh, I
gravy
don't eat
and-
Grandy's anymore.
No, not anymore. But when we didn't have money,
Oh, yeah.
we
I
rolled up
used
to
to
Grandy's.
live it up at Grandy's.
Grandy's.
I thought
okay.
was weird about Nicole what she ate, which is not weird today, but back in the day, this was really just, it irritated me a little bit. But she liked to eat like hummus. Like I still don't eat hummus, and I know that that's normal.
And now I could care less for hummus because it's like around me all the time.
But back in the day, she's like, let's eat hummus. And I'm like, Nicole, I don't eat that. Ugh, like why don't you eat
try it. Just try it. Yeah.
And then she's like, I don't know. It's wrong.
So the next question is, because there was such like a huge, massive transition when I became a Muslim, like obviously from what you've heard Ashley say, I was a completely different person. And then I switched everything in my life. And a lot
Very
of people asked, what about your friends? Like, did they all just kind of hit the road or what? And with Ashley, I never worried about what was gonna happen. It was more like, hey, you know, what do you think? But I don't even remember when I told you. Do you remember?
Yeah, I was at because I didn't live here in Texas. I lived in New York, and I was coming to visit, and this is when she was telling me we're at my mom's house. I don't really know a lot. At that time, I didn't really know about the culture. I didn't really know everything. I was just like, have you really thought this through? Like, is this really what you want? But I knew that Nicole did need some kind of discipline and a little bit of order in her life. So I knew that probably wasn't gonna hurt her to kind of, you know, be more on a tighter ship, I guess you could say. So as her best friend, I had to trust in that, and I had to support her in that. And so when she was looking at me like, what do you think? I was just kind of like, this is something that I know that you don't take lightly. And so if that's what you want to do, then I'm going to be here to support you. And if I
Okay, so that's good. That goes to the next question. Like, what was the weirdest thing about the decision I made to convert? Like, what was the weirdest thing to you? Or was there anything that stood out that you didn't like?
I think for me was just like, I just wanted you to be happy. I wanted you to be healthy and happy. And the biggest thing is when you told me that you're gonna wear the hijab all the time, I was just like, gosh, that's a huge commitment. It's not that I thought that it looked weird or anything, it was just that it's a huge commitment to always be covering your hair. And then I was fine with that. So it wasn't that it was weird, it was just different. And I was just like, man, I'm not ever gonna see her with her hair down anymore.
Well, you do though, like when you come over. I don't have hijab on every time Ashley comes over.
One thing that I thought was weird, I guess, I don't even like to say the word weird, but different, and that I miss very much, is me and her used to go salsa dancing all the time.
I just remembered I was gonna say that was probably one of my favorite memories.
Yes.
Was that we used to go salsa dancing and you know, have dinner and salsa dance, and we just had so much fun, and we would come home all sweaty from dancing all night. And
we burned a lot of calories.
Yeah, we had special shoes and we took classes together.
Yeah.
And it was like a big part of our lives.
It was.
It was something special that we shared. And to know that I'm never gonna do that again, because like it's not modest, of course, like to go dancing with men and stuff. But that was hard, yeah.
But so do you want to add this? So now that she's been a Muslim for how many years now?
8 years now.
So 8 years now. I can tell you this, that I am very proud of her, and it's awesome to see her transformation from what she used to be to what she is now. She was my bestest friend back then, which served a great purpose in my life, but then now she serves a different purpose in my life, and it's just...
So I'm super excited that we got to do our best friend tag. It's something that I've really been wanting to do, and I'm glad that Ashley had time to come do it out of her busy schedule. And make sure that you check out Ashley's YouTube page, which is
What's New with Ashley and Nicole.
You can check that out, and she does a lot of cool fitness stuff on there, you know, changing your body and all that stuff. And definitely click subscribe if you like this, give us a thumbs up and share. I know there's a lot of people out there who have converted to Islam, and you're worried about kind of how your best friends will feel. If you have a real best friend, they're always gonna be there. So I hope that this video kind of helped you with that, and it gave you a little more insight to our relationship and kind of what we went through, and a little bit more about me and who I was before. So thank you for watching. Subscribe, share, tag, BFF tag, whatever. Thank you.
Bye.
Assalamu alaikum. Peace be upon you. She's really mad. She's not feeling well, so she needs to rest. She needs to get some rest.
Okay. Yay!
Let me fix my hair.
Young. Okay.
Is that okay? Is it okay that someone's beating on the door?
It's a huge commitment to always be covering your hair. And Nicole has beautiful hair and she has these exotic eyes, and that's just what I always picture my friend. So to think that she's covering herself where you don't see this gorgeous, thick, dark hair that she has
Don't describe it to people.
whatever.